Hello, beautiful souls. I'm here to actually share something that is coming through in the present moment in the form of channeling in a way, right? Yes, I'm aware of what is already there that has been downloaded in my consciousness, yet it's not fully integrated and it's not fully formed that I could say, hey, that's something that is already archived and like integrated and I can share it in a very structured way. It's something that's still in the process, but I feel it's so crucial and so important for many of you because it is about polarization and the paradox. And it's also about relationships. It's about relational intelligence on the energetic level that I feel is so needed right now. So needed right now to be able to connect with each other, to overcome our own inner conflicts and co-create something that feels good, that feels safe, that feels that we belong to something that we create. We share the value and we share the vision. So many of us experience this like paradox of polarization. It's like, whoa, like, so we want this quantum leap, right? Like everybody talks about quantum leap, like the speed of light, the quantum physics. Like we are that. We are those particles that can be in superposition. We are those particles that can be at the same time in different places. The entanglement, right? Like we can feel each other at this, simultaneously. Things can happen. We can become wealthy in a year, like make a million in a year, right? Like so many people are talking about it, so many people actually doing it. It is real. And at the same time, we have another message and we have another invitation from within. And that invitation is basically the polarity, it's the opposite of the quantum leap. And it tells us, like, slow down, be present, don't rush, listen, allow yourself to process, honor the process, and honor your body, how your body, it takes so many hours to digest food, right? We can't rush the process. We can't like, hey, come on, I want to eat again, let's digest this because I'm excited to eat the cake. We can't do this to our body, right? It takes so many hours to have good rest and sleep. We can't rush it. If we constantly lack good sleep, hours of sleep, we start to feel fatigue, we start to feel disconnected, we don't feel well, right? There is this biological factor, being human being, and embodiment piece. So we want this magic of quantum leap and energetics that is kind of like out of body experience. We want out of body experience, and at the same time we want to be embodied. We want to be somatic. We want to honor the physicality of our existence and who we are, right? And it was not honored enough. And also what was not honored enough, our capacity to manifest and create miracles within a short period of time. That's true. The quantum leap, that something was not honored. But as we experience these two things in real life right now, we feel conflicted. We feel a bit stuck between two polarities that are true. The, allowing that two opposite truths to coexist. But how do we navigate them? So we jump between two all the time, here and there. We jump back and forth, and then it brings us so much frustration because we can't be both at the same time. We don't know how to embody that. We don't know how to navigate that. And that creates lots of frustration. And all these things like, oh, maybe some people figure it out. Those people are talking about quantum leap, but these people are talking about somatic and embodiment process and really slowing down. I need to slow down. No, now I need to accelerate. No, I need to slow down. I need to accelerate. So that creates so much of confusion for our body, for our psyche to live and actually enjoy, have this kind of harmonious experience of life. And it's more intensified. This polarization is so much intensified right now at this time of history, because we have all this technology, we have all this capacity to move super fast, and at the same time we are in a physical body that is designed to follow its cycles and rhythms, right? And it takes time for the body to process stuff and enjoy stuff and relate to people and right. So there is a big conflict, right? And it is a relational conflict. How do we relate to both? How do we do both? Like this is a big thing that I don't hear many people talk about. So I'm working on this amazing project to really go deep with this aspect, and I feel it is connected to our relational intelligence. How do we relate to multiple truths at the same time? How do we relate to paradox? So it is, in a way, it's existential challenge. And also, how do we relate to each other that honors this polarization of our desire? We want to be free and wild, and we also want to be deeply bonded in community, in sacred unions. Like, whoa, how do we do that? Like you go there, somebody's teaching the autonomy, sovereignty. You go here, somebody teaches sacred union and bonding and whatever, marriage. Oh, how do we do both? And most of people are stuck in between. So it's not, you go deep, too much deep into one way, you start to feel trapped and suffocated. You go a little bit like deep into another way, you feel alone, disconnected. How do we bridge this? So this is what I want to talk about, and I want to take you really deep through this experience that I am envisioning and I am creating. It's basically channeling through my being, and this is what I'm here to do. And my soul came here to do, to teach relational intelligence. I've been teaching relationships since the age of 18. I've been working with cross-cultural couples. I started as an interpreter, working as an interpreter for cross-cultural couples who couldn't even speak the same language, but they hoped that in this unknown, in this exotic space where nothing is defined, they can finally find themselves in love and freedom, where they will not be judged for who they are like they judge in their culture. They can show up creatively and they can be perceived with curiosity rather than judgment. So I loved that cross-cultural couple facilitation. I started as like just translating from one language to another because I could speak several languages at the age of 18, and I was invited. It was my first freelance job. And then I realized it's like actually good, not just translating from one language to another. I'm actually good with bridging two worlds, feminine and masculine. I'm good with bridging two cultures. I'm good with bridging. I'm really good with bridging. I'm really good with bringing things together and finding the way to bring polarities into this divine play where both are self-expressed, fully expressed, but not sacrificed. Like there is no domination of submission. There is this equal expression in divine play. And that's been basically my soul journey, because I was always interested in this experience myself. I was not interested to sacrifice my freedom and my free will and self-expression. And I also was not interested to be isolated and alone and not having intimacy. I love intimacy, and was my deepest desire of my entire being in my entire life. So this is just an introduction conversation, an opening conversation about this relational intelligence piece and bridging these polarities of how will we navigate this within ourselves and with our relationships, whatever it means to you. It can be a relationship with your partner, it can be a relationship with external situation right now in the world, how not to freak out and where to go. Like, do you go for quantum leap or you do go for slowing down? Relationship with your body. And there are so many layers into this conversation that I'm planning to bring each layer at the time, one layer at a time. So I'm planning to launch this new training, and it will be a creative project where we are going to dive deep and find a way to integrate both polarities in harmonious way. This is what we're meant to do. We have consciousness for that. We have intelligence for that. And this is our path. My school of Tantra, right? It's called Ascension of Intimacy. This year, I launched my first apprenticeship program, Ascension of Intimacy School of Tantra. And it's been extremely inspiring, divine experience to work with these people, with this small group of 9 people. There are 10 of us all together, where we been challenging this paradox. We've been challenging this paradox, quantum leap and slowing down, feminine and masculine, working with polarities, playing the edge, exploring what is possible, questioning the obvious, questioning the old stuff that we were taught, something we are really attached to, really allowing ourselves to sail into the unknown and discover something different. And this is what we're meant to experience and do together. So I invite you to join this challenge and join this training. I will be launching it on September 16th. This is my mom's birthday. To honor her as my teacher and as my challenger, because she was both. She was an embodiment of this paradox, and she's been in a different reality for a few years now. And this is how I also want to honor her teachings. She was the paradox of these polarities. So I will share some information here. You can join now, you can join later, whatever feels good to you. But if this resonates with you, I would like you to be part of it. I would like to get to know you, what's going on in your life, in your relationships, on your soul journey that needs to be reintegrated this way. What's your paradox? All right. And I will see you next time with a new topic, new layer of this exploration.